Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Torchinsky Files. This time we're going to try something maybe a little different. What I want to do is two things. I want to accomplish two things tonight. Show you a really quick, simple, and effective way to draw an old school Volkswagen Beetle. And I want to show you how drawing tools worked on a lot of old, crappy arcade computers. And video game systems, actually. Yeah, I'm thinking it'll be mildly fun, which is, all we can really hope for. So let's give it a shot. So, to start, this is the key thing. I'm going to show you how to draw a simple but effective Volkswagen Beetle using only two egg-type shapes. Alright, let's draw our first egg shape. Alright, we're going to draw our basic kind of egg, and there's a basic egg shape, alright? Egg 1. Now, egg 2, we're going to draw perpendicular to the other one, and we're going to make it a slightly elongated egg. So egg 2 would go right about there. Now, we just start adding details, and you'll see where this is going. Start by adding headlights. You can add little turn signals if you want. And then you can add the hood handle and that chrome strip. You can add the little shapes that go on the hood. Slightly butterfly-looking things that Beetle's always had. You can add a little more detail to the lights if you want. You can add a bumper. You can kind of follow the line down here if you want to add bumper on it. You can add the little fender lines. You can add rear view mirrors. You can add two if you're feeling fancy. Windshield wipers. You can add the line of the windshield itself. Steering wheel, seats, rear window, little side windows, a little sloppy antenna. You could even put bumper brackets if you're feeling super fancy. Then you put the tires in on either side. And look at that. You've got yourself a very, very recognizable Volkswagen Beetle. So now let's see what happens if we try to draw this Beetle on some very different, very archaic, and equipment that's not really well suited to drawing stuff on, because that's what's going to be fun. Alright, let's go to the first one. The first other machine I want to try drawing our simple Volkswagen on is a famous machine. It's the famous Atari 2600. It's one of the very first games released for the system back in 1977. Actually did have a drawing component, and the game was called Surround. But it's very low resolution, very crude, and I'll be doing all the drawing with the standard Atari controller at the time, just a simple Atari joystick. So, let's see if I can draw our simple Beetle using this program. So let's see. Start with our first egg. Alright, so we're gonna kind of make a rough egg shape here. This joystick is not ideal for this kind of work. This button's not great either. Come on. That's close enough. There's egg 1. Alright, so now egg 2. Let's start drawing it about... Let's start here. Dun, dun, dun. Let's go down. And, well, but there you go. I think it is possible to do this with a standard Atari joystick, very clunkily, on a 2600. All right, let's try another machine that's a little bit weirder. Okay, so for this other drawing system, it's going to be another old home video game console, Bally Astrocade, and built into the Astrocade, there was a drawing program, a scribbling program. It could do kaleidoscopes on its own, or you could actually draw with it using this crazy controller here. It's a fascinating controller. It's great for games. It's got like a trigger, and this acts as both a paddle and a little joystick, and you could use both the paddle and joystick functions in this scribbling program. Oh no, let's go smaller. Our first egg. Hey. Okay, go. Alright, oh, the color kind of changes. Alright, I'm gonna count that as a victory. I think you actually can draw it with this very strange controller. Alright, let's try another machine. Next up, I want to try drawing again with a joystick, but on a different kind of machine. This time I'm going to be using a personal computer. In fact, it's going to be the Apple IIe that I had when I was a kid, and I'm going to be using a program I wrote in about 1984. Now, The way this joystick works, this is an analog joystick, which means it's not digital like an Atari joystick where you just push in a direction and it goes that way and it's a little button. This actually has 2 potentiometers, and when you move in each direction, they're giving a value between 0 and 255 on each axis. Let's see if we can draw our shapes here. Let's try drawing our first egg shape. Okay, it's just very difficult to control this thing. Like it's really hard to control. The dots, you notice the Apple II's got much higher resolution than either of the machines that we saw before, but still not great by modern standards. It's like this mode was 280 pixels by 192 pixels. I think there's some icons that are actually bigger than that nowadays. Alright, so again, this is using the analog joystick as an analog joystick. Okay, for this next attempt, I'm going to use a machine without any real input devices at all other than a keyboard, this old Radio Shack Model 100 portable computer. Alright, here we go. Our basic, and I have a program already made here called Draw 1. Alright, let's start here with, we'll start with our perpendicular egg. Alright. Alright, hold on, I think this might work. And alright, there we go. Okay, now we're going to get into some more familiar tools. We're going to be working with the very first, well, this is actually the second mouse that Apple computer ever made and sold. This is actually a mouse for an original Macintosh. There was one for a computer called the Lisa before it. This is the old school style mouse that has a big heavy ball inside it that was used, and almost every mouse today is optical, but this one used rollers and a big heavy ball, and they would sometimes work okay, and compared to what we were used to before these were really amazing. Let's make our Beetle with the twin egg method. So let's grab egg 1, and we'll just do, there's egg 1. Here's egg 2. Look at that. Look how far things have come as we moved away from clunky joysticks and went to mice and had some real tools. Oh man, there was no stopping us. Okay, for our last attempt to draw our simple Volkswagen on some weird old machine, Nintendo actually made a mouse for their Super Nintendo system to go along with the program Mario Paint. I don't really know how many games actually use the mouse, but the Mario Paint program is actually shockingly full-featured for what it is. So I'm going to attempt to draw our little Beetle using the Nintendo mouse and Mario Paint, and we'll see how well it goes. I bet it'll do okay. Let's check it out. I think to start off, you actually have to hit Mario. Alright, let's make our egg. Egg 1. There. And then, let's see, egg 2 is roughly... So this is interesting, you draw from the center. Egg 2... Oh, come on. Move, mouse. Antenna. Yeah, there we go. That kind of works. Alright, I hope this has been fun for you. I hope you were able to try drawing the simple Beetle on your own and have fun with that. Maybe a good choice for your next forehead tattoo. But yeah, again, as always, thanks for coming down to my basement. This one's been kind of long, but hopefully you've stuck through it and had fun, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.